The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Pirates will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Guys, let's think for just a moment about San Jose State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got him this time. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds a man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Spartans. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, thrown to them, and they make big plays for them.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Out of bounds at the 43, and he took that one back not too far from midfield. Great job by the return team. Here's the handoff. and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Pulls and throws on the RPO. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Chang. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Spartans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Got the quick pass. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Powers through the defender. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The Spartans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. defense makes a third down stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The give to the tailback. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Pirates come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap on third down. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Complete disaster there. He loses 10.
What great discipline showed by the defense. When your job's contained, you're supposed to contain the football, not let your eyes deceive you. Ball starts to go away. Your job is to still contain the backside. Great job staying disciplined. Great win for the defense.
And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Anger. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Fakes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Pirates come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. Yeah.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. The lead up to 5 in the second quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Trying to make magic with his feet. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
The Spartans with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the floor.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Now on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Lost to fire on second down. They're working that left side. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Spartans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And his throw is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the big fella. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Let's go. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Runs through a tackle.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Here we go. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted in house, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anger. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff to the single running back. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. Flying down the left side. Touchdown Pirates. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires on the move. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action. Here's a heat. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Going to take a shot. He's got it on the outside. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it.
Oh, he's got some space.
The pass on 1st down was completed via the screen. Pickup of 11. And that's good enough for 1st down.
Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Works the middle of the field. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll keep it on the ground. Plows through the defense. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Spartans. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play-action by this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
San Jose State, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give and tick, 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 tick. That midfield, he's got room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Finds his big tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down, and they give it back up now to their offense.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical.
Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Leaves it with the running back. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. The play action fake. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Guys, let's talk for a moment about San Jose State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong. And I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it. But finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Southern Miss put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the Eagles in some time. Heck of a showing by the boys from Hattiesburg. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Quick strike complete. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
San Jose State.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Power football with the run. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And wings it incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Going the other way, and he's got touchdown ECU. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you